7 countries are at risk of disappearing. Between climate events and political conflicts in the world, some international websites have come to publish a list of countries whose current data indicate the possibility of their demise, change their geography, or merge them with neighboring borders for many reasons. Here are 7 countries that are at risk of disappearing. Number 1. Haiti. Haiti has suffered from many natural and human disasters that make it one of the countries most vulnerable to extinction, as it was subjected to ethnic cleansing in the 30s of the last century because of its Dominican neighbor, and suffered from extreme poverty and armed revolutions and many natural disasters and deadly epidemics. Number 2. Taiwan. Because of the full agreement between the Chinese and the Taiwanese that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China, the Taiwan situation is interesting because there is a fundamental difference on the shape of the Chinese government that will control Taiwan. Is it the Chinese Republic that Taiwan was its capital before the Second World War, or the People's Republic of China in Beijing? Although it is recognized that Taiwan is an independent country in its own right, Taiwan's insistence that it is a part of China pushed the United Nations to cancel its membership and give its seat to China. Number 3. Canada. The country was created as a result of war. How? In the Second World War, the conflict between Great Britain and France resulted in the so-called Canada. But after the war ended, French Canada was merged with Canada and became called the province of Quebec. And to this day, the French Canadians are trying to independ from Canada. Since the province of Quebec contains a quarter of Canada's population and most of the ports overlooking on the Atlantic Ocean and in full control of the St. Lawrence waterway, the loss of Quebec leads to the collapse of Canada and its fragmentation into smaller states. Number 4. United Kingdom. After Scottish calls for independence from the United Kingdom, and since 1970, a referendum is held almost every 20 years to determine the fate of Scotland. But the last referendum in 2014 failed. The surprise was that the Scottish National Party won the parliamentary responses with unprecedented results, with 56 seats in parliaments out of 59. If there are any surprises, there are threats that the Great Kingdom will collapse. Number 5. The Netherlands. A large European country is threatened with extinction due to the great climate change, because most of the Dutch lands are located at an altitude below the sea level. In 1953, a strong storm struck the Netherlands and Belgium and invaded waters that reached the height of more than 5 meters, most of the southern lands of the Netherlands. But analysts expect the Netherlands to sink, and its demise became a matter of time. Number 6. Kiribati. This country consists of several reefs and coral islands full of coconut palms, but the rise of the sea levels led Kiribati to lose 2 of its most important islands so far, and the rest is subject to drowning as well. This prompted the president to evacuate the population and asked Australia, New Zealand and Fiji to receive the refugees. Number 7. South Sudan. Despite its modernity, however, it is threatened with extinction. The United Nations recognized it as a country in 2011 after a referendum on its independence from Sudan by 99%. The borders did not even reach a commercial agreement, and thus the state of Southern Sudan is a microcosm of the world's problems in a narrow space. And thus, the state of Southern Sudan is a microcosm of the world's problems in a narrow space, so it is likely to be removed. And you? Which country would you like to visit before it disappeared? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to get all new.